about why this is so important for you to tell?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it's just like an incredibly authentic story for me. You know, as being uh, a Chinese girl who is stubborn and curious and independent and adventurous, I never saw any films growing up that I could relate to. I was never the into Disney princesses. It never made sense to have my whole life be revolving around a Prince Charming, and you know, it's really important for young girls to see something else, see a different version of a young woman, and I think that's what this film does.
And what is it about the story specifically that drew you?
I mean, it's more like what didn't. It's so. I lived with my grandma in China when I was 16. I have my brothers in my family are very similar to Jin and Peng, and just overall the theme of the film, which um, is learning more about yourself and learning how to deal with grief and adversity and communication and sorry, I'm just dying. But it's also, yeah, it's just a like really warm, heartfelt film.
And can you talk about how beautiful it is? Because visually it's stunning.
The craftsmanship behind it, every single frame. My life was so ignorant to like what, to the amount of work that it takes for an animation film, and I believe they had proprietary technology. I mean, I didn't even with the fur of Everest, and there's like a team of all of these people just to make the fur movement incredible. And it kind of the whole film is set in this magic hour that is so beautiful. It's just a stunning film.
And can you talk about some of the places that you guys go to? Because it's almost like a love letter to China.
Yeah,
Visually.
you know, I think they did a really good job at really featuring and loving on the Chinese culture without rubbing it in your face. It's not like it's a movie called Chinese girl goes through China. It's just an authentically Chinese film, but it's also such a universal story. And part of that is the journey through China, and you know, the Great Wall is an incredible landmark of China, but it's also the most known. And so this film takes the opportunity to show the world a bunch of different. Sorry, I'm having like an allergic. Can I have water? Sorry.
No, not at all.
Adversity. Look at me getting through this interview. Thank you. And yeah, so there's so many like beautiful landmarks that are real locations that I didn't even know were real, that they feature so well in the film.
What surprised you most when you saw this movie?
Just seeing it, because I didn't even really get. The whole movie was very piecey. That the process of like voicing it was over 3 years, so I really didn't know what was going on until I saw it. So honestly, seeing the whole movie, but honestly, how heartwarming it is, and how beautiful every shot is, and how like rich with a culture that is normal to me. How it's in every frame of the film, and then it's also a story that's completely universal, not about that at all, which I also love.